ਧੰਨ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਅਸੰਖ ਨਾਵ ਸੰਖ ਥਾਵ, ਅਗੰਮ ਅਗੰਮ ਅਸੰਖ ਲੋ। ਅਸੰਖ ਕਹੈ ਸਿਰ ਭਾਰ ਹੋਏ, ਅਖਰੀ ਨਾਮ ਅਖਰੀ ਸਾਲਾਹਾ। ਅਖਰੀ ਗਿਆਨ ਗੀਤ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਹਾ, ਅਖਰੀ ਲਿਖਣ ਬੋਲਣ ਬਾਣ। ਅਖਰਾ ਸਿਰ ਸੰਜੋਗ ਵਖਾਣ, ਜਿਨ ਇਹ ਲਿਖੇ ਤਿਸ ਸਿਰ ਨਾਹੀਂ। ਜੇ ਫੁਰਮਾਏ ਤਿਵ ਤਿਵ ਪਾਏ, ਜੇਤਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇਤਾ ਨਾਉ। ਵਿਣ ਨਾਵੈ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋ ਥਾਉ, ਕੁਦਰਤ ਕਵਣ ਕਹਾ ਵਿਚਾਰ। ਵਾਰਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਏਕ ਵਾਰ, ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਵੈ ਸਾਈ ਭਲੀ ਕਾਰ। ਤੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਸਲਾਮਤ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ। ਕੁਦਰਤ ਕਵਣ ਕਹਾ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਵਾਰਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਏਕ ਵਾਰ। ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਵੈ ਸਾਈ ਭਲੀ ਕਾਰ। ਤੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਸਲਾਮਤ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ। ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। As you are aware, we are continuing with our discussion of Japji Sahib. In the last session, we discussed Pauri number 18, and today we will discuss Pauri number 19. We will now start from the ending lines as per our usual practice. Guru Pasha stated in the last lines, Kudrat kavan kaha vichar, varya na java ek var. How can your creative potency be described? I can't even once be a sacrifice to you. Jo tudh pavai sai phali कार, tu sada salamat nirankar. Whatever please you should please me, and it is the only good deed. You are eternal and formless one. The ending lines of the Pauri are the same as the ones we discussed in Pauri 17. Guruji explained in the last line that the description of God can't be described. His vastness is limitless. I can't even once be a sacrifice to him. He is eternal, formless one. If you notice, Guruji repeatedly states that the description of God can't be described. This is what we need to understand. Why Guruji said that? Instead, we are trying to establish and create God. We are fighting with each other by saying that my God is better and more powerful than yours. Sikhs say that Vaheguru is great. Hindus say that Ram is great. Muslims say that Allah is powerful. Christians say that Jesus is the best God. All religions say that God is great, and there is no doubt about that. However, the God created by humans is different from the God who created everything, including humans and the universe. Guru Maharaj Ji talking about the God who created everything, who created us. Guruji said we are trying to establish and create God. But God can't be established or created by us because His description is beyond words. His creative potency can't be described. His description is beyond our comprehension. Whenever you try to describe His description, after some time, the person will regret for the attempt because it will be incorrect. When others talk about God, they emphatically claim that whatever is written in the scriptures is the accurate description of God, and it is the ultimate personality of God. They claim that this description will remain same forever. When Guru Pasha talk about God and his creation and states that I can't even once be sacrificed to you because I write your description, but it can't be written. It doesn't mean Guruji avoiding writing on this topic. Today we will discuss why Guru Maharaj Ji said that it is beyond words. When Guruji looks at the nature with his eyes and says, Lord Master, your work is so great that it is far beyond our understanding. If we start from his creation, he created humans. Have doctors and scientists found the limits of human body? Are they able to produce humans without following the hukam, which is the law of nature? Can they make a dead person alive? Have they found all the causes of death? Can they save humans from death forever? The answer to all these questions is no. We have just talked about humans. Now let's talk about planet Earth in space. On the map, it is also displayed on the screen. It is round. If we look at the blue part, it represents the water in the ocean, while the brown and green parts are where we live. The brown part represents land, mountain, desert, while the green part represents forest and trees. Now think about how this place where we live held on the water. Water is everywhere we live. Water is beneath the earth. If you throw a piece of a clay in the water, it gets soaked, dissolves, and eventually disintegrates in the water. Think about the land which is sustained on the water, which is swimming on the water, which is also clay but not soaking, dissolving in the water. When we see island on the edge of the ocean, such as those in the Atlantic Ocean, we wonder how they are sustained. The Atlantic Ocean is home to islands like St. Helena, the Azores, and Canary Island. Now let's talk about the UK, which also has coastal cities like Plymouth, Bangor, Belfast, Hastings, Liverpool, and more. Not only this, but the level of surprise intensifies when we observe people residing in a house constructed in the heart of the sea, mid the ocean, such as Bermuda, St. Helena, Trinidad, and Martin was, and more. People residing there don't realize it, but if you see Earth's map, you will be surprised to see it and would think about how these islands are sustained mid the oceans. They are not soaked or dissolved in the oceans. They have remained for years and years without being destroyed. We are only talking about life on earth. If we talk about outside the earth, it becomes more interesting. If we talk about space and the universe, is there an end to it? Has NASA discovered everything about the universe? No. They are tirelessly trying to find the limits, but after each attempt, they express that there is a lot more to discover. Many lives are devoted to finding these limits. Instead of discussing the universe, let's focus on Earth floating in space. It is amazing. We are living on Earth due to gravity. Scientists say that Earth is floating in space and moving like a wheel of a vehicle. Moreover, it is falling towards the sun because of the sun's gravity. Now you might wonder why it is not hitting the sun. That is because the gravity from the other momentum is preventing Earth from hitting the sun. Otherwise, the Earth would have left space long time ago. There were stories in ancient times about how the earth is supported. Some believe that a deity was born as a tortoise and had 4 giant elephants on its back. These elephants held up the earth. The ancient Mesopotamians, Egyptians, and Greeks believed that the earth was a flat disk. According to them, their gods in the universe had big pillars on their backs to hold the earth. Another interesting belief was that the earth was in the middle of the universe and celestial bodies and planets revolved around it. This theory is called geocentrism. Some scriptures supported this theory. Some people believed these celestial bodies were gods. For example, some Egyptians believed that the sun was the form of their god Ra, who traveled in the universe every day and brought about sunrise by defeating darkness. However, science has made many discoveries and obtained evidences that refutes these beliefs, and now these stories remain only as mythical tales. Newton also explained in his theory how the earth is floating in space. According to my understanding, one day, due to human discoveries, something will interrupt the operation of this spaceship, resulting in the destruction of human life. Currently, many astronauts have risked their lives to fully comprehend this system. You could say that I have started lecturing on science. Let's move on the topic. Guru Maharaj said, I can't describe the creative potency and I can't be a sacrifice to you even once. Guruji teaching us that the creation can't be described. Instead of trying to find the limits of this creation, focus on improving your own life and helping others. Whether you believe in God or not, make your life beautiful and contribute to making others' life beautiful and create a harmonious society. If you truly want to understand this creation, be truthful and have a direct connection with the God who created everything, then you will find everything you seek. In the first line of the Pauri, Guru Maharaj stated, Asank Nav, Asank Thav. We have discussed the meaning of Asank, which is the last number in counting. We can say that it means countless. If we talk about the places on earth, we can't name every single one. However, we have divided the earth into countries and are fighting with each other to extend territories. We have many objects, creatures, vegetation and different types of sea life, and yet they can't all be named. Humans are struggling to find new objects, creature and vegetation. As they find new ones, they give them new names according to their wishes and provide some information about them. However, they can't claim that they have found the limit. Every day, new object, creature and vegetation are discovered. Remember that we are only talking about the earth where we reside. Imagine the places where humans can't even access. Have they named everything? No. They said that outside the earth is an empty place called space or the universe. They have given a few names like planets, the sun, moon, stars, galaxy and the Milky Ways, which are inaccessible. Instead of giving names to all objects, creatures and vegetation, they labeled them as the universe. Therefore, Guru Pasha Ji said in the first line of the Pauri, Asank Nav, Asank Thav. Countless names, countless places exist in this creation. Similarly, humans have established and created God and given them names as they wanted. Guruji said that these names are also countless. All the names were given after seeing the qualities of God. Whatever humans saw, they gave a similar name. God has many names, as we read in the Bani. Tere naam aneka, roop ananta, kahan na jai tere gun kete. Your names are so many. Your forms are endless. No one can tell how glorious virtues you may have. When Guruji talks about the celestial realms, Guruji said, Agam, asank, lo. Gam means accessible, approachable. Agam is the opposite word of gam, which means inaccessible, unapproachable. Maharaj is saying in his creation, the celestial realms are inaccessible, unapproachable. As we read in the next line of Pauri, Agam, asank, lo. This concept found in different religions and stories. According to them, these realms are several. They have given many names to these realms, as celestial realms are like otherworldly places people believe in, where gods or spirits or people live. Guru Maharaj is saying that humans are making effort to find the limits of your creation, but they are unaware that you have made celestial realms inaccessible and unapproachable. Humans don't even consider or try to reach these realms. The creation is present everywhere, on world after world. Your seats of authorities and your storehouses are there. There is no limit to the treasure in your creation. We are merely residing on the earth and claiming to find the limits of a limitless creation. As we say, God is great. His creation is beyond our comprehension. Guru Sahib mentioned in the Bani, Tarti hor para hor. There are so many worlds beyond this world. So very many. We don't know how many earths, suns, moons, skies, planets, stars there are. We don't know how many galaxies are in the creation. Science has provided evidence stating that there are many earths after their discoveries, but they still can't count them. NASA is trying to find the limits. NASA is saying there are many galaxies beside us. There are so many, we can't even count them all. Telescope called Hubble Space Telescope. With the help of this telescope, looked at a small patch of space for 12 days and found 10,000 galaxies of all sizes, shapes and colors. Some scientists think there could be as many as 100 billion galaxies in the universe.
Guru Nanak Maharaj Ji said that even calling your creation countless is a burden on my head. When I try to understand your creation, your limits, this asank word is still small and inappropriate for it. However, it is the final number in Punjabi counting where the numbers end. But even after using this asank word for your creation, there is a burden on my head. I don't know which word should be used for your creation. Due to necessity, I must use this word. Guruji said, Asank kahe sir par hoye. In the next line, Guruji is saying, Akhri naam akhri salaha. Guruji talking about the name of God. How can we find about the name and how we can understand and praise Him? To describe everything, we must use akhar. If we talk about the current discussion, the akhar are spoken. We are discussing the Japji Bani. Guruji wrote these akhar and we read them with our eyes. This is the only way to know about his Naam. Through these Akhar, we can know him. Naam is present in the Akhar, but the Akhar itself is not the Naam. It is important to understand that the word is not the Naam. But through the words we can know about the Naam, just as we all have identity cards. It is not that we are identity card, but it talks about us. Our details can be proven through the identity cards. This is all known through words, Akhar. Guruji is saying, how do we know about God's name? Therefore, Guruji states Akhri Naam, Akhri Salaha. Through the words, his glorious praise can be recited and we can connect with him. These words contains knowledge. We read the Bani, but Bani is a Akhar. However, the words contain knowledge. Just as woods has doors, windows, tables and chairs inside it, there is a process to make all these shapes from the wood. The wood itself is not a door or a window, but the doors and windows are inside the wood. The wood itself is not a fire, but the fire is in the wood. The alphabets are not knowledge, but through alphabets, words, knowledge can be attained. The words are not God, but they serve as milestones to know about God. Through these words, we can know about God. The knowledge of the omnipresent God can be attained through these words. We believe that God is a statue with a small shape only residing in religious places, but through these words, we realize that God is everywhere. He is pervading. He is in the oceans, in the mountains, in the forests, in quiet places. Where did we get this knowledge? We got it through words, as Guruji stated, Akhri Naam, Akhri Salaha. Through the alphabets, names have given to everything. The name of God is also created by these alphabets in all religions. Guruji says Sat Naam, meaning you are true, your name is eternal. Vahe Guru, as we say in Punjabi, Vah. Similarly, Guruji is saying, O Guru. The word Guru is here for God, meaning, O God, you are great, your creation is amazing. These words and praises of God only can be chanted through the alphabets. Guruji said, from the alphabet, Naam comes from the alphabet. Your praise comes from the alphabet. We have given these names through the alphabets. After seeing the amazing creation, Padshah says, Oh Lord, you are amazing. Your creation is surprising. Through the words, his hukam can be understood. After that, we can follow his command. If I talk about us, how we name ourselves, the name Vaheguru Singh has been given. The name Satnam Singh has given. The name Manga Singh is given. However, our actions are not praiseworthy enough to deserve these names. We are not truthful. All boundaries were crossed when I met a person with the name of Rabb. The mortal is calling himself God. Most recently, we have seen person called Sher Singh and we are aware of his actions like a jackal. The next line of Pauri is Akhri Gyan Geet Gun Ga. Through the words, knowledge can be obtained. The knowledge of anything can only be obtained through words. Those who are trying to find the limits of his creation are also dependent on these Akhar. Guru Pasha is stating that through words, his glorious praise, Geet, can be chanted. The meaning of Ga is to reach the final destination, to discover the truth of something. For example, when we shape wood to make doors and windows, or when we extract butter and ghee from the milk, these are considered the final stages known as Gahana. Our lives are dependent on these words. Even individuals who are deaf, blind, or mute have their own way of expressing themselves. Birds, animals, and other creatures also have their own languages. Through words, we can sing His praise and establish a connection with Him. Next, Guruji saying, Akhri likhan bolan baan. Through words, everything is written. Through words, everything is spoken. Through words, our lives are shaped. Our minds are shaped. When we say that our friend is sweet spoken and that another friend also utter bitter words, it all comes down to the power of akhar. One word can soothe you, while another word can upset you and can burn your heart. This means that you are hurt because of the bitter words. Whatever we want to teach our children is up to us. We can choose to teach them recitation of Bani, teach them to live according to Bani, teach them songs, or teach them to live life under the influence of other cultures that go against Guru's teachings. We can teach them the names of Guru, Panj Pyare, Char Sahibzade, or we can teach them the names of singers and actors. It is entirely up to us, but our personality are different. We become lazy to perform good deeds and active to perform bad deeds. As stated in the following verses, बुरे काम को ऊठ खलोया, नाम की बेड़ा पै पै सोया. If we want to shape our minds and our lives according to Shabad, it is up to us. What is Shabad? Shabad is a word, an alphabet, the hukam of God, the teachings of the Guru. Gurbani also instruct us to shape our minds in the mold of Guru's Shabad. Gur ka Shabad banavo eh man. If we break down the words, it is alphabet. If we talk about the mind, as I have explained in Pauri number 12 about the mind, what is mind? Mind is language, words and alphabets. Our mind is not visible like our brain. What is mind? It is the thought process without words or alphabets. Where is the mind? If I speak, it will be through words. If I listen to anyone, it will be through words. Without words, feelings, emotions, stress and anxiety, nothing will exist. Next is Akhra Sir Sanjog Vakhan. Praise can be expressed through words, and through words we can understand the personality of God. As we praise or disrespect someone, it is all done through words. Through words, we connect with each other. Through words comes Sanjog, which means connection or forming alliances. Guruji has also instructed us in the Bani to speak kindly, as using hurtful words will lead to disrespect. Sanjog means meeting. Through words, we meet and connect with each other, coming closer to each other. Words can sometimes cause separation. Harsh words can be expressed through writing or speaking. Then Guruji said, whoever has written these words, their command, their praise, their qualities, as we discussed earlier, can't be described. Where should these words could be written? Inside us, in our head, in our minds. Whatever we write in our minds, whatever we store in our minds becomes a part of our life. My life is shaped by the words that are stored in my mind. Through words, everything is stored in our minds. If you teach or speak nonsense or use swear words in front of your children, it will be observed by their minds and one day it will come out. If you use kind words, words of knowledge in front of your children, they will also use the same kind and knowledgeable words. However, we have interpreted these lines differently and connected them to destiny, Kismat. According to Bani, we write our own destiny. We will discuss this topic in the separate session. Jin eh likhe tis sir nahe. Guruji said, whoever has written these words on their head. Where did they write these words? In their minds. When we talk about solicitors and barristers, they have is legislation in their minds after years of struggling in their lives. Many people make appointments with them and pay them hundreds of pounds for their advice. Sometimes we think that we earn £100 in a day while they can earn £1,000 in an hour. Whatever they speak, they have spent their lives internalizing those words in their minds. They have read many books, sacrificed their social lives, and have battled against sleep because the words they have written make them invaluable. As I mentioned earlier, it is entirely up to us what we choose to write in our minds. Guruji said, Jin eke likhe, whoever has written these words, wrote the hukam of God and acted upon them, then tis sir nahe. Their mind is free from evil thoughts. Guruji said, tis sir nahe. In that person's head, as it is used metaphorically to mean mind, where evil thoughts are present and the evil thoughts are eradicated. Why has the word sir been used here? The head is above our body. The head or mind drives our bodies and gives command to do things and go somewhere. As we have seen, people may have very healthy bodies and a stocky build, but if their minds are not working, they are labeled as a fool. And their life has no value. On the other side, we have seen people whose minds are working, whether they are disabled, blind, deaf or mute, but their life is still valuable. Therefore, Guruji mentioned in the Bani, Bin nave jag kamla fire gurmukh nadri aya. Without the Naam, as discussed the hukam of God, the teaching of Guru, living life according to Guru's teaching, according to law of nature is Naam. Without the implementation of hukam and Guru's teachings, the world wanders around insane. Without Naam doesn't mean that without chanting the Lord's name, without recitation, the world wanders around insanely. I have met people who have only recited the name of God throughout their entire lives, but they were impure, corrupted and never acted on Guru's teachings. Therefore, they were far away from eternal bliss and suffered from anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, etc. The preachers at religious places, after reciting the Naam, are not changed. And their videos, news have been observed by all of us. I am not saying that you shouldn't do recitation and meditation. I'm gonna repeat my words. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do your recitation or meditation. This is the first stage, and you should explore the next stages to obtain eternal bliss. The name, teaching of the Guru and hukam of God come through words. If someone is not able to understand the words, you would call them insane. Let's say you are driving and an animal jump in the road in front of your vehicle. Would you say to the animal, can't you see the road is not for your use? Without words, there is nothing. Without the teaching of Guru, knowledge can't be obtained. Without knowledge and without the name of Lord, one walks like a mad person. Therefore, those who are insane are lost in their lives. They have no destination. They are simply stuck in their ways. Whoever has written the teachings, whoever has preserved the teaching of Guru in their minds, whoever has implemented Guru's teachings in their minds, there is no impurity. The person doesn't live in duality, as we read in the previous two podium. Asank jap, asank pao, asank puja, asank tap tao. This is one side. Other side, asank murakh, andhkor, asank chor, haram khor. Countless people meditate, worship, and have love for the Lord, but at the same time they engage in bad deeds. They are fools, thieves, and embezzlers. The person doesn't live the following lifestyle. Har har kare, nit kapat kamave. Chanting the name of the God har har while constantly practicing deception. Hirda shuddh na hoi. Guruji said, the heart will not be true. Living with double standards, nothing is achieved and life is wasted. Therefore, Guruji said, Jin eh likhe, whoever has written these words, wrote the hukam of God and acted upon them, then tis sir nahe. Their mind is free from evil thoughts. They understand that without the Guru there is no devotional worship. Ved gud kite Pagat na hoye. The person knows that untreated cloth doesn't take up the dye, no matter how much everyone may wish it. Gyani Gurbin Pagat na hoi. Kora rang kade na chadai je locha sab koi. Without Guru's teaching, our life is lost. It is like seeing a stone made of iron, which is useless on its own. But when that iron is used to make vehicles and aeroplanes, they become very useful. Guru's words shape our lives, just as teachers shape lives of students. The words themselves are only words. It is entirely up to us to write the good and bad words inside us. We have the words of theft, fornication, and embezzlement inside us. After writing the words of Guru's teachings, person changes the lifestyle. But it is very dangerous when we have both the words of evil and devotional worship. On one side we pray and on other side we perform bad deeds. Guruji said, be the form of one God. He is one and you should become one inwardly and outwardly pure. Jiyo nirmal, baro nirmal. Who has written the words of God's hukam, the words of Guru's teachings? That person acts on each word of the Guru. As the teaching of the Guru lead us, we obtain the status according to them. Je farmaye, tiv tiv paaye. When we write the teaching of the Guru inside us, the teachings command us to lead on the right path and we obtain everything, including a supreme status and a shaped mind. Next line is Jeta Kita Teta Now. As His creation of the universe is the manifestation of His name. Teta Now refer to the fact that as vast as His creation is, so is His name. Naam refer to His hukam or command. Vid nave nahi ko thao. Without His existence, there is no place at all. He is omnipresent. He is truth from the primal beginning throughout the ages and will be true forever. His name, His hukam, pervades everywhere. Whatever has been created by Him, He is there. He is in the creation. Karta Purkha. Therefore, Guruji stated in the ending lines that His creative potency can't be described. I can't even once sacrifice myself to Him. Guruji is saying that whatever please the Lord should please me. May I act according to your will, and that will change my life. You are the formless and eternal one. No one can completely describe you. Many religions have tried to describe it, sharing their beliefs. Today, we discussed Guruji's understanding of this creation. The Creator only knows about the creation as we read in the Bani, karta karan jin kiya so jana. So the creator created the world, he alone understand it. Ape Srisht upayan ape phun goi. He himself created the universe and he himself shall destroy it afterwards. After understanding the Bani of Guru Maharaji, I bow down to Guruji repeatedly because of their knowledge. Whatever Guruji mentioned in the Bani 555 years ago has become truth. As we have discussed the discoveries of science and the evidences provided by NASA, I salute and bow down to Guruji repeatedly. I hope you have understood today's body. May Vaheguru bless us to act according to Guru's teachings and obtain some knowledge about God. May Vaheguru bless us to directly connect with the Lord Master. Having a direct connection with the Creator can help us to understand this creation. But Guru Maharaj Ji advised us to be truthful instead of trying to find the limits of God and His creation. Hopefully, we will continue the discussion of the next body in the next video. Apology for my mistakes. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.